What's up, guys? It's been a while since I make this kinds of video. I still start with what's up, guys. So yeah, I just want to give you some quick updates, and before we do that, I want to talk about this thing that you're looking at right now because it's not on my channel. It's uploaded on someone I work with, so I'm hired to do some short form content for their book and with their original character and stuff, and it's really fun, and yeah, I'm kind of proud about how it turned out. So yeah, feel free to check them out. And while I was doing all this stuff, by the way, you can see the date on the bottom right. I'm also doing like my YouTube stuff, so I'm like juggling two things at the same time. So that was kind of nice that I'm able to pace myself doing some YouTube stuff at the same time as doing this. I will be busy on July. I have like a full-time job, so I can't promise like being consistent, but I'll try because I have some stuff scheduled ahead of time. Anyways, so some stuff going on with my life right now. I move out from my parents. I live by myself now since December, and I posted my student film, my final student film. If you haven't checked it out, check it out. Technically, that upload was just to check if I still exist, like people still remember me, and 1,000 people, that's good enough to make some stuff with. So yeah, and I started posting on TikTok. And before I want to talk about some stuff there, I wanna talk about this thing, and then we can move on some stuff. Of course, you can skip through this. Like there's some timestamp. So yeah, I want to talk about this because I feel like it's important, but also at the same time, I don't want you guys to go ahead and like witch hunt and all that stuff. It's just an open discussion, so just be open-minded about this, right? Because I also want to know your opinion, because I'm kind of just in between thinking about what is the right thing to do or not, right? So I looked at Twitter, and there's like, just scrolling on Twitter, and then there's this guy who got falsely accused of using AI, and then technically they were not finishing the details because they didn't want to spend time on doing some details. So then somebody like put some circles on their work and then calling them out like, you're using AI, and then technically they got like bullied, or like they got flooded with like ratio, all this stuff, the typical Twitter behavior. And then obviously, if you believe him or not, whatever, my point is it's getting difficult to tell AI or not, right? Like I'll show you some screenshots, but I don't know if I can find them. But yeah, these are like more AIs. I personally think that if you use AI and if you just say it outright, that's fine. And if you don't, then you're like actually faking it, like then that's problematic, right? But anyways, this is not the topic that I want to talk about. The topic that I want to talk about is what happens after the fact that you got falsely accused. Your reputation is damaged. People will probably remember you for that. So that's how I saw that interaction in Twitter. So going back to me uploading on TikTok, one guy, it's just one guy, by the way, and this is just the first time I'm like looking at the comments, and it looks so ridiculous, by the way. I can't like police this, so if you're seeing more comments like this, I'm not in control, by the way. I'm not policing it. I'm not like doing some stuff. Like, yes, I am responsible. I could probably filter some words of degeneracy, but in hindsight, people will still find a way to say what they want to say in my comment section, by the way. So yeah, just heads up if you want to check the comment section. Anyways, so just one guy who called me out and saying that the thing that I made is made by AI, and because of the thing that I saw on Twitter, probably if I didn't see that thing, I probably would just let it slide. But because of the thing that I saw on Twitter, in my head, I'm like, not in panic mode, but it was like, okay, before this becomes like red circle territory or whatever, I should probably address it. And I've seen a lot of TikTok accounts where they reply with the comment, like the comment thing that they reply TikTok with, and it's like sometimes it's 15 seconds long, sometimes it's not that long, right? So I'm just showing that I opened the project file and I actually drew on it, and there's like a rough layer and stuff. So yeah, it wasn't AI, it's real. Like, yes, maybe kind of used a reference, but not really rotoscope because it's not the same like drawings, or so yeah. And then people commented on that video that I fell for a rage bait. So it's like kind of stupid. Because then I replied to the comment like, say, bro fell on the rage bait. And then I replied, so if I defend myself, I'm getting called out for defending myself, and not the person who falsely accused me is like, have other things to do with their life. Also, I changed the time lapse. If you haven't noticed, I'm just checking if you're actually watching the video. So anyways, so it's like, okay, I can't defend myself, because then if I defend myself, I get called like I fell for rage bait. But if I don't, then maybe it becomes a thing. I don't know how TikTok comments work, but then apparently some people told me that it's just, this is the norm here. People will say that it's AI or whatever. So yeah, so I sat with it and then think about it, and this guy who also called us out was like replying in his original comment like, oh, I like how serious people take themselves, oh my god, it's just a drawing or whatever, right? And got me thinking, like, what way do I have to explain this that it makes sense? And here's like some form of analogy so that you can kind of understand what I'm feeling about this, right? Because I don't really talk about my feelings at all sometimes, but this is the first time I'm like, oh my god, I woke up, I have feelings. I want to talk about it. So here's an analogy. Like, if you work in a coffee shop, you're the barista, and you know that the coffee are authentic and it's real and all this stuff, the beans or whatever, right? And you actually make the coffee, you grind it, you do all this like processing and stuff, right? And then a person walked in and said, this is instant coffee, you just like open a packet and just like put it in, I know the flavor and all that stuff, right? And then you're like, no, I made this, like, you made the coffee right in front of them, you grinded the coffee and all this stuff. And then everyone else in the coffee shop turned their head and pointed at you and then started laughing. You fell for the rage bait, he got pranked, oh my god. And it's like, this is your livelihood. This animation thing that I do, I literally showed you the first thing that I showed you, I got paid to make them. And then you telling me that it's fake, it's AI, it's kind of disrespectful, right? Like, I understand it's hard to tell nowadays, but might as well just keep it to yourself if you're not really sure. Like, if you're trolling, it's fine. I guess it's understandable. It's for the funny. Maybe it's my fault for not knowing the norm in TikTok, because I saw what happened in Twitter first, than seeing what's going on in TikTok. Like, it's new to me, right? So I'm learning. But then you see your stuff getting re-uploaded on Facebook and in Instagram. And you know how Facebook and Instagram is owned by Meta, and then Instagram, I don't know if they still do it. I asked my friends, I asked Google, but Google only shows, AI answer. So it's like everything is AI right now, right? I also looked at Reddit post, and it's like a year ago, and I haven't seen anything change. So yeah, Instagram and Facebook still feeding their stuff on AI. So what do you feel about that? If you see your work, your own work getting posted on something that you know that they would feed it to AI. I used to have my Facebook page, I deleted it, and you're probably going to be arguing to me that I checked your Instagram, you uploaded on Instagram. I uploaded it after the fact that they uploaded my stuff on Facebook. So I was just like thinking, might as well, because they already did it. So I'm just gonna keep feeding this AI that they also fed. Now, the thing is, I could probably tell them that, hey, don't freaking upload my stuff. I don't want it to be fed on AI. But then it becomes like a discussion of like, bro, you're so selfish or whatever. Like, I don't know, right? Like, anyways, so yeah, there you go, right? So here's my announcement, and I'm gonna make a community post about this. I'm gonna actually start using my Patreon, so I'm gonna be uploading my stuff there, and that will be the first thing to happen for stuff that I finish or behind the scenes stuff. But then when it goes to public, it's my YouTube channel. It goes to my YouTube channel first, then everything else will follow, the Twitter, TikTok, all that stuff. So YouTube first, and then it'll schedule, like, these are all scheduled ahead of time. And I'll try to do one short video a week. So yeah, I have them scheduled ahead of time. So I think I'm in the clear for now. So yeah, that's it. I hope you have a nice day and enjoy the rest of this time lapse.